Upgrading your halogen headlights to LEDs can make a dramatic difference, but if done incorrectly, it can be downright dangerous. I'm going to show you where most people go wrong, what to look for in a good quality bulb, and some tips and tricks to get the most out of your LED upgrade. There's two types of headlights that you should be aware of: projector and reflector. Knowing the difference between the two and what you actually have is going to help you in your bulb selection. Projector style lights use a small reflective bowl to bounce light through a circular curved lens. The circular magnifying glass type lens is usually the quickest and easiest way to identify a projector style headlight. And I'll include a few examples in the B-roll footage so you kind of know what to look for. I also broke a headlight apart to take out the projector itself so that you can actually see what one looks like outside of the headlight housing. The light beam with these projector lenses is usually super focused and really nice. You'll have great definition with a nice even hot spot, and overall the light is just really good from these projector style lenses. Now, my working demonstration of the projector lens outside of the headlight that I took apart isn't exactly the perfect model, but you can quickly get the idea of how crisp and clear that light projection actually is as I move it around. Projector lights lend themselves really well to LED upgrades because, in my opinion, you can spend a little bit less on the bulb itself because the pattern and the light output is pretty much taken care of by the projector lens itself. Now, the other style is the reflector style, and that's where things start getting a little bit wild. They work by reflecting light back into a large reflective bowl, and then that bowl reflects the light outward. The large reflective bowl is the easiest way to spot this style of headlight, and I'll include some examples of that too. Basically, any headlight that isn't a projector style lens is a reflector style lens instead. That's the easiest way to keep them straight. Now, with the reflector style lens, it's a lot harder to get good light output with an LED upgrade, but it is still possible. Now that we've identified what kind of headlight you might be dealing with, let's talk about bulbs and what makes a good one versus a bad one. Now, there's tons of different styles of halogen bulbs that vary significantly between style, form factor, and manufacturer. And LED bulbs are the exact same way. There's tons of them out there. My best advice is to choose an LED bulb that best mimics the halogen version of that bulb. I'd personally stay far away from any kind of multi-sided LED bulb. More LEDs does not mean more better, and in fact, it actually means the opposite. If I see a bulb with a ton of LEDs all the way around on all sides, I know that bulb is going to be absolute straight junk. A bulb with a crap ton of LEDs all over the surface sounds good in theory, right? More, better, more LEDs, more light, brighter, all of those things. But in reality, it's going to produce way too much light in the wrong areas, and the result is going to be a massive scattering problem. It'll have random hotspots or no hotspots at all, and overall, you're just going to get terrible performance out of a bulb like that. You can see that this bulb is garbage without even having to test it. But of course, I'm still going to. Let's take a look at what it looks like in the bulb housing lit up. Hey, look at that, a terrible light pattern. Who could have possibly guessed that that abomination of an LED bulb was gonna actually totally suck? Oh yeah, I could have guessed that. And what we're looking at is scattered light patterns everywhere. There's no kind of defined beam or any kind of cutoff whatsoever. It's just a bunch of light thrown out in every which direction, and it's not even that bright. And that's why LED upgrades get a really bad reputation, because people buy the absolute cheapest bulbs that they possibly can, they put them in their headlights, and it scatters the light everywhere, blinding other drivers. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, I don't give a crap about other drivers, I'm in it for me, and I want bright lights, and I don't care. Here's why you should care though, because rather than scattering that light in every single direction, throwing it up into the sky, off into the medians on the side of the road, you actually, as the driver, want that light focused out in front of you so that it actually helps you drive better and light up what's in front of your car. A good LED bulb is like a high-powered rifle. It shoots the light exactly where you need it with precision and accuracy. And a cheap, crappy LED bulb is a lot like a shotgun. It's just throwing light in every single direction, and some of it might land on the road in front of you, but most of it, no. Like I said before, the LED bulb should kind of mimic what the halogen version of that bulb actually looked like. And most of the time, that means it's going to be a two-sided design, a thin body, and it's going to have 1 or 2 LEDs on each side. But even within those parameters, you still need to be careful. Here's an example of an LED bulb that meets all that criteria, but it's still terrible. You can see that the light pattern isn't great and has a hot spot with washed out light on either side, but most importantly, there's scattered light above the pattern, and that's going to blind people. I had some cheap bulbs in my Toyota that I wasn't very happy with, and Oxido sent me out some bulbs to kind of fix my issues. With my cheap bulbs, I had uneven light patterns, no defined cutoff, and a weird flickering that happened when the headlight wasn't on, but rather it was in daytime running mode. The bulb style for this Toyota Yaris is an HB4, and I'm gonna link a headlight lookup resource in the video description so that you can make sure that you're buying the correct bulbs for what you have. Now, the kit they sent out comes with 2 bulbs and some fancy white gloves. Look at those. They're totally my size too. How lucky is that? Installation is easy enough. They just sit in there and they're held in place by the metal spring retainer. Most headlight bulbs twist in and out though. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, you know the deal. And don't forget to keep things clean and clip that dust cover back in place. Now, they also sent out a module to fix the flickering problem, and the problem is that the LED bulb doesn't always necessarily see the power that it needs to run from the car at all times. It's a plug-and-play deal. It goes right in line between the car's harness and the new bulb, and it's super easy to install, and it instantly fixed my problem. Now I have smooth, consistent light at all times. Now, in the side-by-side comparison between the Oxido bulbs and those cheap garbage bulbs that I used to have, you can see a pretty dramatic difference. The Oxido bulb is the one on the left, and you can actually see, pointed out with the laser pointer, that it has a much sharper cutoff, and it doesn't have a lot of spillage or random light being scattered above or off to the side of the pattern. Now, the cheap garbage LED on the right side, it maybe needs to be aimed down just a scotch, but it's pretty obvious to tell that the beam itself isn't as good as the Oxido side. The light pattern's weird, it has inconsistent hot spots, plus it has tons of light splashing out to the sides and above. That cheap bulb is gonna blind other drivers, and it won't light up the road as well for me either. I've got both Oxido bulbs swapped into the Toyota, and the results are absolutely great. I'm getting fairly good cutoff definition, the hot spots look decently consistent, and I'm not pointlessly throwing a bunch of light up into the sky like I'm trying to land an airplane or something. Check the video description because I've got some really good bulb recommendations for you, and I've kind of ranked them in a like good, better, best format. Check out the video description if you need more information. Now, I play around with lighting on the channel a lot, and I've got another video where I installed a light bar on an old 90s snowblower. I made a custom power source for it, and it actually turned out pretty cool. There's gonna be a link for that video right here. And why stop the LED upgrades with the car? Why not extend it to your lawn tractor? That's exactly what I did in this video here, where I LED swapped my John Deere lawn tractor. Now I can mow the lawn at night, which is what my neighbors have always wanted for me. If you like this content, think about subscribing to the channel. I've got more videos coming soon. Bye!